On our broadcast tonight, stress test. The government takes a good hard look at some big banks as the president vows to control a runaway budget while inviting Republicans to the White House to talk cooperation. Meltdown, making sense of this financial crisis. Our special series begins tonight with a good hard look at how we got where we are right now. An enchanted evening for the out-of-nowhere Best Picture at last night's Academy Awards. And coming clean, have you noticed how dirty the airlines have gotten? Apparently, some of the airlines have noticed as well. Also tonight, how soon will treating the flu really be a one-shot deal? Nightly News begins now.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
Good evening, and once again this Monday night our news is dominated by the economy. The federal government is now checking on the health of some big banks and could still buy up an even bigger part of one of the giants. The president made it official today. All this spending has to come from somewhere, and he invited Republicans over, including his former rival, to make that very point. But as he spoke, there was no saving the stock market. The Dow was down to 1997 levels today. NASDAQ down, S&P down to 97 levels as well. And so we begin here tonight with CNBC's Trish Regan at the New York Stock Exchange. Trish, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. Another rough day for traders here on the floor of the exchange. With the indices hitting new bear market lows, there is a belief right now that the government is going to have to take bigger stakes in the banks if it hopes to stabilize the financial system. On the floor of the New York Stock Exchange today, more questions surrounding the fate of one of the country's largest banks. Citigroup is in talks with federal officials for the government to increase its nearly 8% stake in the bank to roughly 40%. With Citi's stock price near an 18-year low, today the government tried to calm investors, issuing a joint statement from multiple agencies, including the U.S. Treasury, the FDIC, and the Federal Reserve, that promised to preserve the viability of systemically important financial institutions. It could mean the government will exert control over many banks in the coming months.
You don't want the government controlling anything. You want the markets dictating price. You want the markets dictating, you want supply, demand, dictating everything.